Welcome to Myron Mixon Smokers. In this video, we're going to give you an overview on the setup process of the Myron Mixon Smokers H2O flat rack models. The topics we're going to review are how to level the smoker, seasoning the cook chamber and the water pan, the automated float box system, starting the fire, and then we'll finish with draining the water pan. Leveling the smoker is extremely important. It helps to keep the water levels even, and it helps the smoker to maintain consistent cook temperatures throughout the cook. So do not use the smoker until it has been leveled. Leveling the smoker is as simple as using a level and a 1 1/8 inch hand wrench or socket. Place the level on the smoker and adjust the casters until the level indicates that the smoker is level on all sides, not just the front. The smoker will need to be leveled prior to each cook. That is, unless the smoker remains in one spot. Seasoning the smoker is as simple as using a non-stick spray and spraying the interior walls of the cook chamber and the water pan. The nickel chrome racks don't need to be sprayed. There are a few things we'll discuss about the automated float box. So the automated water fill system maintains water levels throughout the cook, and adjusting the automated float box top to one of 3 levels will determine the amount of water that is in the water pan. Adjusting the top to the first setting will give you 1 1/2 inches of water. The second setting will be 2 inches, and the third setting will give you 2 1/2 inches. So now that we have the smoker leveled, the cook chamber and the water pan seasoned, and the float box top adjusted, there's a few things we want to do before we hook up our water supply. First, let's check the drain valve on the back of the smoker, make sure it's closed, and then usually we recommend letting the water supply run for a few minutes through the hose. This helps to ensure that there's no debris that can get stuck in the float valve. Now that you let the water run for a few minutes, we're ready to hook the hose up to the float box and let the water pan fill. It's important to note that you cannot start a fire until the water pan is filled to the adjusted setting. I'd also like to note that times may vary for the water pan to fill based on the model. We recommend periodically that you check the sight glass on the side of the smoker to ensure that the water levels are still adequate. If you are seeing water in the bottom of the sight glass, then you should be okay. Once the water pan is filled to the adjusted setting, we can prepare to start the fire by fully opening the side dampers and the chimney dampers. There are several ways to start a fire. Preferences have ranged from using charcoal or fat wood to using chimney starters or even lighter fluid. There really isn't a wrong way or a right way to start the fire. It really comes down to comfort and confidence. Once the fire is going, controlling the temperature is as simple as adjusting the side dampers to increase or decrease airflow. As an example, if a temperature exceeds a desired cook temp, then gradually close the side dampers to decrease airflow and lower the temperature. Increasing or decreasing the smoke in the cook chamber can easily be done by adjusting the dampers on the chimneys. When it comes time to shut the fire down, a clean burn is the recommended way of letting the fire burn out. This can be done by simply fully opening the side dampers and the dampers on the chimneys. Sometimes we understand that time is an issue. So if you need to choke the fire out, simply close the side dampers, and if you want to accelerate the process, close the chimney dampers as well. So we'll close out the video by discussing how to drain the water pan. It's a very simple process. After the cook, and more importantly, once the water in the water pan has cooled, use the drain valve on the back of the smoker, turn it to the on position, and that will empty the water pan. That's it for this video. Thank you for taking the time to learn about the Myron Mixon Smokers H2O flat racks.